got it on community and
a Facebooker.
And a Facebooker.
Facebooker.
Robin, hello, beautiful girl.
Oh, wow. Girl,
oh,
you
my
are
God.
fast.
I always love seeing your face, by the way.
I do too.
By the way.
BTW.
Yeah, so we're actually running a little bit late for those of you
You guys should
VIPers.
see. It's so.
Jay was not going to do the podcast without finding the frame of Obi falling off the chair.
I was looking so hard, and I still haven't found it.
Marissa put the, don't mess it up.
Sorry, I don't know. We have this thing that we don't need it. We don't need it. We're doing, guys, hey.
Marissa posted a timestamp where it was, but it didn't show up for, didn't show up where we thought. Marissa's here. Hey, yo.
Yeah, it didn't show up where
Sarah.
I thought it.
Hey, Sean.
It didn't show up, Marissa. I didn't see it at
She
the
couldn't
35.
find it.
Anyway,
She gave up.
I gave up, and we were like, we've got to get set up because
Anna.
if you guys saw, I wish we need to record it. We need to have like a camera,
a screenshot,
like cameras in our house, so that you guys could see the way that we
the jacked up setup,
and the way that we go about like setting up podcasts. We go from our VIP live, which we always have on Sundays at 3. We leave our VIP live, and then we have all of this equipment, a stand, 2 computers, a phone, 2 lights, chairs, another table, microphone, all this stuff.
Watching us try to get into the closet after we've got everything
we set it up in the closet.
I was like,
and everybody's like, oh, you have such a big closet. Yeah. Well,
we were like,
you have everything in it.
And I forgot to fix my hair after wearing my hat. I mean, my hair is just total full cray today. But but we get all the way set up, and then it's like, oh shit, we don't have wine, we don't have beer.
Yeah.
We gotta. I mean, we can't do anything without that.
It's quite the interesting. It's quite the interesting thing.
It's always a good time. Lindsay needs to be an in-person assistant. We agree.
I know. I keep telling her when we finally convince her to move out here, she is going to have she's going to be able to be like the first person that sees it. And she's going to help us. She's going to be like, wow, I didn't realize how much you guys actually do to move from set to set. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, actually, she said, did you ever consider having getting another set that you just keep in your closet? And I'm like, oh my God, we would never get to our clothes.
If you could see what it's like to try to get in, just
try
now,
to get into the closet.
Just now. She's trying so hard with the glass of wine. Like, give me the wine. Don't fuck this up. Don't knock shit over.
Yeah. So that's it. But welcome, guys. Thanks so much for joining us for
Sunday.
Podcast number 0033. We're super excited that you guys will be joining us.
Before you say that.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean I can say it again.
Oh, you're saying okay. I'll log back in. Go ahead.
But we don't know really what we're talking about today.
We kind of do. We kind of do. Jay's going to vent a little bit about what it's like to have to live with me full time. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty illuminating for me. Oh my God, Heather's here. They're ignoring me. I'm going to cry. Never mind, love. I didn't see you jump on, baby girl.
Oh. We love you so much.
We
miss you on the Zoom. And Adrienne does not pat her tits for anyone.
It was more of my sternum or scrotum, as you call it.
I call it a scrotum.
She's like, wow, my scrotum.
I was like, I have armpit boobs because I have such a big scrotum. You know me. No, I don't use the right words.
I don't think you have a scrotum. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't have a scrotum.
Oh, Dana, thank you. This is my favorite shirt too. It is actually the comfiest, and black, white, and red are staple colors to wear.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was cheap on Amazon. I need to get another one. I need to get a few more. They have different designs and stuff, but it is so
maybe if you get a couple new shirts, you'll feel better about living.
Here's another fun fact. Actually, let's just do a podcast. Let's do a podcast before.
Let's get this bitch rolling.
Let's get the bitch rolling.
Let's go.
Yo, did our neighbor answer us?
No,
I hope everything's okay.
I know. Now we're getting a little. Whoa! You have a whole fur ball in your wine glass.
Do I?
What the hell on fire?
You say one hair is a fur ball. There's 2 though.
For our VIPs watching, another good reason to always carry your tweezers.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a fan of ingesting furs that you can see. I know we ingest the ones that we don't all the time.
Hey, Kennelly.
But hey, Kennelly. Oh my God.
No, Roasty, my girl.
Kennelly found out, or Phantom found out how to get out of the doggy door.
Really?
She said
that was interesting.
I don't know if you replied yet. I haven't checked, but yeah, you're so screwed.
Yep. You got to get one of those things that like,
Trisha had to feed her kitties. Yay. Oh, I love you. No, we're just now getting started. You're not late, baby girl.
Yep. Nope. We're about to start a podcast.
Kim.
Right? Yeah.
Right now. And I love to make Jay crazy, acting like I'm going to.
Welcome to episode number 0033 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Today, guys, we have no idea what we're talking about.
No, we do have an idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about what it is like for you to have to live with me full-time in quarantine.
Well, okay.
No, I think this is going to be a great place for you just to let it all out.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's a safe space, right?
Yeah, the closet's always a safe space.
Always. That's why hey, cheers.
That's why we're in the closet.
So if you don't love me when this is all over, or if I don't love you when this is all over.
that's the thing.
Then we'll go from there. And we'll have witnesses. So we don't have to argue about where it all went wrong.
Okay, so I'll be nice. No, but actually, so the title of Let's Do Some Quarantine Chat, what is it like to live with someone else during quarantine, actually stemmed from our conversation with your brother and our sister-in-law.
It's true.
On Thursday night. So on Thursday nights, guys, we have a family night.
Zoom night.
Family Zoom nights. And we get together with our families and we catch up. And this is like a beautiful thing because my family lives all over the country. And we never did this until quarantine. No. And once we all went on quarantine, it was like, okay, we got to get together weekly.
Yeah. Check in with everybody, make sure everyone's alive, make sure everyone is still okay. And then now it's going to be obviously something we do for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. And even those that are back at work and doing their thing, it's still good to like continue to keep up with your family, right? I mean, I just think it's a beautiful thing. So what did Marissa say?
Marissa said
we're live on YouTube.
I'm making my husband listen because I'm 100% sure it will sound like us.
Yeah.
So
it will probably sound like most of you guys if you live with someone during quarantine, right? So and I know that like the world's kind of opened up now, so
for some people,
or the country, I think the rest of the world is already open. But for a lot of people, they're not quarantined anymore. They're actually going to work and things like that. For us, it's not the case. We are still staying home, partially by choice and partially just by the numbers that are skyrocketing all over the place currently in Las Vegas. So we were talking to Rob and Rebecca, our her brother and our sister-in-law's names.
Hi, Mickey.
And
we're outing you here on our podcast.
They were talking about how who are we outing?
We're outing Rob and Rebecca.
Oh, yeah.
For this fabulous conversation.
Not that they listen. But
oh wow, Tabitha. She said I'm living with my ex-husband during quarantine. Top that. Might be hard to top that.
Won't be able to top that.
But we were surprised by a lot of the similarities.
Yeah, it's very similar because when you're living with somebody, there's the expectations change when you are at home all the time, right? Like when she was going to the office every day, it was I just knew exactly how it was going to happen every single day. Like everything was like nothing ever changed, even if it was I am rushed, I am late, I am running out the door, where are my keys? That was an every single day thing. So there was just always a normal routine, I guess. And now we're like together. So it's like you in your mind, you think
that you
shouldn't you be, doing maybe a little bit more. You're home. I'm still, I've been working from home for
5 years,
15 years, basically. But I've been working from home for 5 years. And so I'm the housewife, right? I do all the cooking, all the cleaning. I do all the laundry. I do all the cat feeding. I do all the cat care. I do all the stuff and things, right? Because I'm home. And it's not that I'm not working a full-time job, because I am running a company on my own. So if you're home and like, why is it that I still am doing all the cooking and doing all the cleaning and doing all the laundry and taking care of the cats and blah, 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 right? And her Rebecca, her sister-in-law, said the same thing. She was like, actually, they brought it up because it was like this like slight point of contention that it was like, why are you still working and working so late and still missing dinner? Why am I still having to bring you like and now I'm like bringing you lunch and whatever. And the kids are like running all over the place. And
thank God we don't have kids.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just feeding cats 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Not as bad.
I don't even know. Oh my God, Marilyn's here. She said I forgot my password, but then I remembered. Carry on. Love you, Marilyn. So we're talking about what it's like to have to live with somebody 24/7 in quarantine. And this conversation that we had with my brother and sister-in-law really kind of opened the floodgates on how
it actually made me feel a lot better, because it was like, oh, okay, it's not just me, and helped me realize that you actually are doing more than you were. You are doing more than you were doing before. Like, you will sweep the floor when it actually gets to the point that it bothers you, which is really bad. Like, it has to be really bad. But I will let it get really bad, and she will sweep the floor. You're also no, wait. There were some things. You're actually worse at doing things like Hat Tip of the Day and the blogs. Like, I have to remind you, whereas before I'd shoot her a text. She'd be at work and I'd be like, blog is done. And she'd have it edited within an hour. And now it's like, blogs are done. And it's out there, and it's never been edited. And there's all kinds of misspellings, and my tone is not as soft and kind as her tone is. So some of my blogs are harsh. It's more like I'm straight to the point. I'm like, you're going to kill your cat. And she's like, maybe we say it a little bit different.
We tone it down a little bit.
Right.
I have allowed, just because.
Letton. I'm glad you're my editor.
I've let a few blogs out the gate without editing them. And then I'll be like, because she'll be like, listen, I'm just publishing it. I'm publishing it now. And I'll be like, oh, well, shit. I better go check it. And I'll be like, what the hell did you just publish? Oh, my God. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Yeah, Denise.
Marissa said her husband pulls his weight being home.
Thanks, Marissa.
Still super messy. And that's a point. That's my point of contention. Like, that's the thing, is that when she wasn't home, I only had cats to clean up after. And then, in the evening, like, I clean up after, fine. But now it's like.
In the evening, you clean up what?
After you. Like, or in the evening, you make a mess. In the morning, I clean up after you. Right? So, but it's like.
By that, you mean you move my shit to a place I can't find it?
Your shit is everywhere. What are you talking about? Like, her office is like, she has stuff. She comes up to my office to scan stuff and print stuff. And then her papers are all over my office. And I'm like, what? Like, did you not want them back?
I no longer need them.
Go in the trash? Well, then that goes in the trash. When you don't need something any longer, it goes in the trash, or the recycling bin, if you will. Let's do that. But no, it just lays there. The bar is your office. The coffee table is your office. The dining room table is your office.
When was the last time the dining room table was my office?
Oh, just like this week. I was picking up your American Express or American Airlines something paperwork on the dining room table. And I'm stacking up because I'm like, well, this may be important. And, she just, if I throw it away, I'm going to get yelled at. But the mess is like, I think that's probably like the one thing that I get a little, I feel like you're a lot messier. Do you not? Or maybe you were always this messy. You use a paper towel and you put it on the island.
Because it dries and you can use it again.
You don't use it again.
No, because then you throw it away before it can be reused.
I'm telling you, please, come on. No. So there's stuff and things. There's stuff and things that is a little. What do you think? Well, what is it like living with me, though?
Girl, there is not enough time on this podcast.
Do I bother you that much?
Don't put words in my mouth.
I don't even talk to you for the most of the day.
Unless you're bitching at me.
Do I nag?
Do you what?
Nag.
No, you don't nag. You just
Okay, good talk. Podcast listeners are like, what happened? Did it shut off? Guys, here's something fun. So we just, for those of you guys that listen to it, if you're watching here live on YouTube, you probably don't listen because you're watching live on YouTube. But if you are a podcast listener, or maybe sometimes you go back and listen to the podcast, we have a couple new segments that we're adding into our podcast that you won't see here, but you will hear. You won't see here, but you will listen to on Apple or Spotify or wherever you subscribe to our podcast.
Oh my God. I think Lindsay kind of nailed it.
What did Lindsay say?
You asked if you nag, and Lindsay said,
she barks. Lindsay, do I?
What is that?
That's Twist. Hold on, please.
Why?
Keep talking. Can you keep the podcast going?
I'll do my best while I'm being distracted. Why, he does not sound like he's singing. It sounds like he is alerting the media about something. Is he okay? Yeah, awkward silence. Kenley said snarky comments, maybe? Sometimes. She's gonna be so pleased that I carried on the podcast. No, we actually do disagree about communication techniques at times. That's just a damn fact. He's doing his thing. He's that's loud though. He usually does that in the middle of the night. Okay,
no, he doesn't.
I didn't say anything crazy while you were gone.
Yeah, whatever.
What was he saying?
No, so he hasn't done that in a minute. And in fact, since you've been home, he hasn't really done it.
Another problem with living with someone.
He used to actually do this every day around 10:30. He would start howling, and it was like, and he would only do it in like the areas where it really echoes because he likes to hear himself. And I mean, he's been doing it for years. But I didn't realize until now that he has not
done that.
Been doing it
a hot minute.
But
it was a little alarming.
But he did it. He always, okay, so Twister, Oliver Twist is our 16-year-old. And I don't know if you heard that on the podcast, but that was our 16-year-old. Downstairs, we were upstairs in a closet, and it was that loud that if you heard it on the podcast, it was that loud. Did they hear it?
I think so. Yeah, Lindsay said, is he okay? Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, so he used to do this every single day for years and years. And it was almost always around like 10:30 in the morning. And I would be up in the office just full on, in business. And he would start howling and he would start singing. And it was always, like at first he just does it to get your attention. So I would go down there and all the other cats are just sitting there like, here he goes again.
Jody said I heard him from Melbourne, Australia.
Right.
Hi, Jody.
Hi, Jody. Yeah. So you go down there and you say hi, and he stops, and he comes and rubs on you, and he just wants your attention. But it has been a while. It's been a real long while. I didn't even realize how long it's been until now. And I think you haven't even heard that.
No, that's been a long time.
Because you're down there with him now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always like away. So we're not giving him enough attention. And he's like, let me try that. And they didn't get to go outside this morning because we slept in.
We sure did.
Yeah. So that's
Lindsay said maybe he's excited about the new catwalk. Okay, so back to this quarantine thing, because I was sharing with everyone while you were gone that I do think that at times we disagree on certain communication techniques as far as I'm a very slow communicator.
Can I tell you something that I disagree on?
Sure.
When you yell at me from the other side of the house and expect me to come to you
so do you know where I learned that from?
My dad.
You.
Shit.
You'll be up in your ass and all I hear is and I'll be like, the hell was that? And I'll yell, what? And you'll be like still some sort of urgency.
But then you just you don't ever come up.
Oh, for the love of our Lord.
Never come to me. I always come to you. Never and always. Never use the word never. Never use the word always in a relationship. You always, you never. But that's true. I mean, sometimes. Most of the time, you do not come.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That sounded dirty.
That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, Marilyn heard it too. Isn't that crazy? He's so loud. Well, and our house is so echoey. Like we have like downstairs is like just an echo box, which is why we have to be here in the closet to record a podcast.
Just to get through this. Oh my God. Okay, so
in other news,
you can't open a can of worms like this and then be like, oh, by the way, if you'd like to text us, you can text us at, you know what I mean?
That wasn't going to be what I was going to say.
Yeah, I bet it was close.
You said that at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh. She's referring to the fact that you don't hear that here, but she's adding it to the beginning of the podcast later, so people will hear that again.
And it's Adrienne in her Mrs. Doubtfire sound voice. Just
Heather said, "Don't make me. Oh, don't make me get in the middle of my sister wives to break this up." Yeah, this could get ugly. One more cheers while we're still friends. Now, back to
this is going to be a great podcast.
Top three things. Top three things. If you could change about me right now, you would change.
Oh, first three things is that pop in mind.
Right.
You would put your clothes in the dirty clothes hamper. You would throw away your trash. And remember that you have a cat tip of the day since it's been 3 years that you've been doing it. And a blog to edit without me reminding you.
I think that last one actually counts as 2, and I only asked for 3.
Top 3 things you would change about me.
Okay, noted. Wow, I wasn't prepared for that question.
The first top 3 that popped to mind. The clothes thing came to mind because we're in the closet, and I'm looking at all your clothes that I'm telling you, I have like laundry baskets. It's really easy. We take off our clothes in the closet.
The towel one confuses me because I think it's towels, but then there's sheets in there. So do the towels still go in with the sheets?
You have never put a towel in the dirty clothes hamper.
Where do you think I put the washcloths?
You don't. I put the washcloths. You use the same washcloth every day. Oh, I shouldn't have told anybody that.
You think I use the same? I only ever use the white washcloths because I don't think that you like using the white washcloths. And I switch out my washcloth every damn day. Where do you think I put my washcloth?
It is always hanging on your mirror. Don't tell me it's not, because that's where That is exactly. It is right now.
Yes. I don't have a towel rack like you do to put your washcloths. So I hang mine from the mirror. When it dries out and I'm ready to wash my face again, where do I put the old washcloth?
Do you put it in the dirty clothes?
In the ambiguous? Is it sheets or is it towels? I'm just saying it's a little. It's
the
not
white washcloths
go in the whites.
Go in the whites.
Well, let me break that out. Denise said, "I'm being triggered. Damn it." I could put up a towel rack for you, Denise. That might solve.
It would solve nothing because I'm telling you, I have everything set out. I made it the easiest for any human being to put the things where they're supposed to put it, because this is 16 years that we've been together now and that we've been living together. And
oh my God, I think you're up for sainthood.
I'm going to cut you. I am going to cut you. 16 years we've been living together. I know her quirky little things. And I wouldn't, I don't want to say I wouldn't change them. I wouldn't divorce you from them because of them. And, if you weren't here, I would probably miss cleaning up after you. And always being like, I shouldn't change those 3 things. No, you should. I mean, if you could. Marilyn said, just maybe a little bit. It would be fine.
Just a little bit, not a lot, baby girl. Marilyn said, I think I've been married for 47 years and would never change anything about my husband because he wouldn't change them anyway. Yeah. So there you have it. Do carry on. Hey, Sarah nailed it though. She did say someone has OCD. I'm not quite sure.
That is true.
That may be, but
it is true. It is true. So these noises are not good for a podcast.
Here's my problem though, is that when you're actually no.
No, go ahead.
Good. No, I'm fine.
Carry on.
No, we're good.
So here's the backstory. When Adrienne and I first moved in together back in 2004.
Love you, Tabitha.
In 2004, she moved into my like small little rat infested apartment. But I was very neat and I kept everything. It was a pretty cool apartment. I had zero money. It wasn't like
it's very resourceful.
Liked.
OCD anyone?
Oh my, it's so true. It's so bad. Okay. So we were having like some people over. I realized when she moves in with her 4 cats or 3 cats at the time, that it was, I didn't realize that I was like living with somebody. It's kind of difficult, as far as keeping clean. And, we had this coffee table.
She loves this story so much.
We had this coffee table in the living room.
It's so true.
It is true. We had this coffee table in the living room and, I'm cleaning up because we're having friends over or something. And she says, what can I do? How can I help? And I was like, awesome. Can you just clean the coffee table? Like, I got everything else, cleaning the kitchen, doing the whatever, cooking the food, blah, blah, blah. Can you just clean the coffee table? She's like, got it. I'm on it. And I come back a little bit later and the coffee table is pristine. She has taken everything, all the junk that was on it from her, that she took it all off. She wiped it down with like a wet paper towel or something.
One that I had no doubt reused.
and it was nice. It was great. Then I look over on the entertainment center where a television was, and everything that was on the coffee table is now on the entertainment center. She just took all the junk and moved it to another place. And she's like, I was like, she's like, how did I do? And I was like, great. Now can you clean the entertainment center? Like, who does that? Like, how do you, like, everything has a place. Well,
it's your place. Like, do you know the notebook I would need to have to know like where all your places are? Like, I didn't know where to put everything.
16 years. You still don't know where to put everything. And we bought this house together. Like, come the F on. Really?
I still have to ask you about some things sometimes. Though.
Yeah, because you don't pay attention. I'm just saying. So sometimes it can be, just a little interesting. You know?
The word she's looking for is much.
No, it's not much. There's so much. There is so much that I feel 100% blessed about in having you home. All the things that
save that for another podcast. I'm totally down for that one.
In the like the afternoon lives that we get to do are great.
Finish that sentence.
And I think that's, we get to spend some time. And like, even though you despise me every time I say, hey, can you feed the kittens this afternoon? She actually, every time she feeds the cats at all, and she feeds them every night, but every single night she gets mad at me because she has to feed the cats. And I called you out on it today and you laughed.
I laughed
because you know it's true.
No, this is our issue with communication techniques.
You don't have any.
I let stuff like marinate.
Oh, marinate or build up?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
Probably. But I thought it was funny that you think I get mad every time I feed the cats.
You huff and puff. You do.
At you. You just think that I'm getting mad at you.
Not mad. Okay, so you're actually getting mad that the cats need to eat.
I don't think I'm getting mad every time I feed them.
You are huffy and puffy.
Maybe that's because washing that many dishes is hard. It gets me out of breath. I don't
I
know,
washed
but
all
I
the
thought it
dishes
was
last
funny.
night.
And I remember thinking today that we're going to... What?
Last night, I washed all the dishes. You didn't have any dishes to wash before you fed the cats.
Oh. And you
didn't even notice.
No, I get really excited when the dishes are clean. But I would just like to... A follow-up question then is, was there huffing and puffing last night?
I don't know. I was drunk. But normally there is, so I wouldn't doubt it if there was huffing and puffing.
Okay.
So you're saying so long as I wash all the dishes, which I do every morning as well. No. But if I so long as I wash the dishes, you won't be huffy puffy.
Here's the thing.
Hi, baby girl.
Friday, will you please help me?
Friday, baby
girl.
Come
okay,
here.
so like you're with the whole like rapid fire communication kind of thing, where it's like
I'm trying to talk on a podcast, and when you pause for a long time on a podcast, people think that it's what, baby? Well, come here. People think that the podcast has gone wrong.
You know what? I'm just gonna say, and this is something I'm sure you've heard before. My love, I know I need help. Baby girl, she knows I need a hug right now. Oh my God. I'm sure you've heard this before, but when it gets to a point like this, I'll often say, we can talk about this later. Isn't that the worst? And we never do.
Because we never do. We never do. I know you guys know.
Oh, my baby
she girl. Needs some leggings.
My baby girl. Look at her. She's like, y'all are getting a little bit antsy at each other. This is fun, though. This is fun. I do like this.
Yeah.
And you know what?
You didn't tell me the 3 things that you would change.
Your attitude.
That doesn't work. That's not one that works.
Let's see. There's not a lot. So anyway,
No. There is. You're just not saying it.
Tina said, "Wait, huffing and puffing. Are we still talking about feeding cats?" Denise said, "Cat for the same." Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
She's like, "Wow, I'm gonna need to go run some distraction technique here."
She's
like,
cats are so
let's just make sure everyone's okay. They can't resist me, so this will. Yeah, it is time for alcohol. So no, we're a little bit in because we started drinking during our VIP live, so that's probably gonna.
Well, a little bit.
Make it a little more.
What is it, my love?
Oh my God, I love you so much.
Oh.
Sweet girl.
Yeah, I mean, our cats always bring it back, like bring it so real.
Well, of course. I mean, it has been 16 years.
Yes.
And my love.
Oh, goodness. Oh, for those of you guys listening, Friday, our girl Friday, our little Black Panther, came in here in the midst of this conversation and is back and forth climbing up us to give us some nubbins.
I love her so much.
My love?
My cat started howling about 5 minutes ago. Maybe your baby heard Twist and is just like replying.
Yeah.
Like, listen, bro, I feel you. Yeah.
Hey.
What? Hey.
You're just reading comments instead of answering to avoid the question. What are 3 things? The first 3 things that.
Let me just tell you. So here's back to our communication techniques. Yeah. I was not prepared for the question.
I wasn't either.
Right, but you're good at that sort of thing. I wasn't prepared for the turnabout and would like to put more thought into it, which means we don't have time for it on the podcast today.
You kidding me? Anyway,
there really isn't a lot that I would change about Jae. She is OCD. She is type A, but I also see the silver lining in that.
Well, sure. Like, where, if you're looking for a white shirt, you know where to go.
Okay.
If you're looking for a blue shirt,
wow.
You know where to go.
Wait. Let me, hold on. I'm ready to communicate.
Okay, great.
Here's the thing. By saying that, I mean, I don't think that someone who's OCD or type A, my love.
Oh,
my love.
Good.
I know that you feel me.
Baby girl.
Oh, my love. I don't think that someone who is OCD or type A understands the challenges that kind of personality poses to someone who is not OCD or type A. And whilst I know
what type do you think you are?
think that it brings great value to my life to know where the white shirts are. I know, baby. I know. She thinks it's very important. She thinks it's very important. It is far more stressful to figure out where you want that white shirt to go when I'm done with it. And sometimes I may want to wear the white shirt again. So if I put it in my recycling bin, then it disappears. Also, it's worth mentioning, those times that I've tried to do laundry, I just get in trouble. So there are right? What did you say to me on Thursday? You said to me on Thursday, I was like, hey, I'm going to put in the clothes. And you were like, no, don't put in the clothes because A, you don't do it right. And B, if you don't finish the laundry, then I won't be mad at you. If I put in the clothes, I do it right. And if I don't finish the laundry, then I'm not mad at you.
That was a conversation that we had.
You see what I'm saying?
I said,
it's like
how about you don't try to do the laundry?
How about you don't try to do anything?
Instead, you asked me to do the laundry.
Right?
Because if I'm doing laundry, I'm going to do it right. She hasn't done enough laundry in her life to know how to.
Do you know how long I lived on my own?
I'm joking. I'm making funny. Ha ha.
Don't you patronize me? You just ate a hair. Did you taste it? You sucked it right in. Okay.
You were so ultra sensitive about hairs. But they are kind of flying everywhere right now.
Hairs.
Oh my love. Come here, my baby girl.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I did say.
Okay.
I said, how about instead of you trying to start the laundry because she won't finish it? That's probably finishing.
That is one of your always or
start.
never statements. That is totally one of your always or never. Because I would argue that the few times you have allowed me to do laundry, I would say 7 out of 10 times I finished the laundry.
And what do you call finishing the laundry?
I call it putting it back on your color-coordinated fucking hangers.
And how long does it take you to finish that laundry?
Probably within the day.
Oh.
And if it does...
I have never seen you.
You're so good with the always and never statements.
I know. I don't remember the last time that I saw you take the laundry, put it in the washing machine, then put it in the dryer, then take it out, hang it up, and put all the laundry away in the same day.
Do you remember a couple times being like, oh my God, is the laundry done? Do you remember those moments?
No. Sorry.
Oh, they have happened, and I hold on to them.
I'm sure. Oh, okay, good.
Deep in my heart.
Good. You need to do it, girl. Hold on to those moments.
Denise said it depends on how I feel that day or not.
And you know what? And I realize, and there's this piece of me that realizes that Adrienne is basically normal, and I'm abnormal.
Oh,
right?
That's so cute.
Like I don't. It's just my way of thinking, and I was raised that way, which is probably why
I was raised that way.
Like that's an inside joke. When you start a job, you finish your job like that.
Oh my God!
What? What?
Because I was not raised that way.
No, I mean, maybe I think about it all the time. I'm thinking I want to talk to your mama. Like, did she today? We sat down at the dining room table. Small little things, right? We sit at the dining room table for lunch.
Yeah.
Which we don't usually do. We just like scarf our food over the island. But we sat down at the.
That's not how I was raised.
No, we sat down at the dining room table and we ate together. And when I came back downstairs, I realized like your chair was like completely out.
Oh my God.
And I thought to myself, did her mom not make her put in your chair, like put your chair back? Or do you just like, did you always just scoot and leave? Like I wasn't allowed to do that. Like I had to ask permission to leave the dining room table and then I had to put my chair back. I don't know. But then I thought, well, I know her mom. Like, I'm sure she had to do that. I wonder if she just rebelled.
Oh my God. I'm rebelling still.
And it's still rebelling. Or just got used to rebelling. I don't know. Oh my!
So that's going to wrap it up for today's podcast.
We
thank you guys for joining us. We're not sure if we're going to make our live tonight, but I do think there's a few more beers in my future.
But we, you know what, guys? I do want to talk about real quick the exciting news from Nathan the Cat Lady and Sterling Davis, our husband, like our new boy crush, man crush. He's our new man crush.
Actually, I don't think I'm going to put Sterling through that. You can go ahead.
Through being crushed on?
Well, I mean, yeah, the marriage kind of thing. I'm joking. Continue.
Okay. So, yeah, don't put him through. He wouldn't like it. Actually, he's military, so that's why I was raised by a military father, so that's probably why I'm so OCD. Anyway, they have started a new dating app for cat people, guys. This is super exciting. I am like over the moon excited that there is actually a dating app now, and it doesn't actually come out till August 8th, but there is a dating app for cat people. It's called Tabby, and I think it's going to be super exciting.
I am super excited about it.
Yeah, because when it comes to cat people, a study came out not too long ago, and Rodney Habib, our other man crush, posted, why are you doing these faces? What is everybody
I'm going to tell
saying?
you in a minute. No, okay. Finish. I'll tell you in a minute.
Rodney Habib posted in one of our private groups about this study that was done on men that are on a dating app. If they have a cat with them,
if there's a picture of the cat in any of their pictures,
right, then they are less likely to get swiped or get a date.
I think swiping is what happens. Like you swipe one way or the other.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but
you may want to look into that.
I'm going to, now that we have a dating app for cat people.
Just saying. Anyway, I love you, Mickey.
We love you guys. So there's a dating app. It's called Tabby. You can find it on your Apple or your what is it called? App Store. Go to your App Store, wherever your App Store is, Droid, iPhone, whatever it is, you can get it. August 8th, 2020. It will be available if you guys want to find people that love animals, because let's face it, cat people love all animals.
Dog people are very selective.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times on our podcast, but dog people are really selective.
Yeah.
Dog people are like, we don't like cats. We don't like any animal except for dogs. But cat people like every animal. We like birdie friends. we like ducks. Wait, they're birds. We like owls. Oh, also a bird. We like all animals, lizards, pandas. We like dogs.
We love coots.
We love birds. Anyway, guys.
Yes, okay. Trisha, we do love goats. Okay, so here's the thing. Jay.
What?
Dana would like to know.
What?
Dana would like to know. Jay, what is that stray green shirt doing down there by the Reds?
Where? Oh, over here? Over here? Okay.
Wait, can I explain this? Because I feel like I'm going to get bonus points. Okay. This is part of her system. Okay, so
it's the type of shirt. So
don't steal my thunder.
So for those of you guys that are listening, we are talking about, we're in the closet. The YouTube, Dana on YouTube Live is asking about
the shirts. So Jay has everything color coordinated, like pants, shirts, long sleeves, sweatshirts, mock necks, blah blah blah. Everything is all
color coordinated. It's not all color coordinated.
Right. So what you need to understand about that odd green shirt over there. So Jay has, and I've talked about this before, and if you've been on one of our lives
a lot of
where we did the shirt swap, it's because I'm wearing one of Jay's weird shirts. I call them a weird shirt.
What they're actually called are blouses.
No, not necessarily. Maybe it's a tank top. Maybe it's a one sleevey thing. Maybe it's like a vest that's completely already a vest that you have to put on like a shirt. Maybe it's a weird shirt, right?
It's a blouse.
Weird
blouse. They're all blouses.
Weird shirts all go in that section.
This is a section.
And they're not necessarily able to be color coordinated.
These starting right here. Wait, right here.
Tina, you're right.
Are t-shirts.
You're right.
And then long sleeve t-shirts. And then these are blouses. And they're not color coordinated. They're just coordinated in
their weird style.
Well, there's not there's not a lot of them.
I gotta tell you, when I'm putting up the laundry, as I'm off to do, I'm kind of relieved when I get one of the weird ones because I don't have to worry about putting it in the right
color
shade
section
part. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, and also you tend to put a black with a gray or a green with a gray or blue with a gray, and it's like, wait, why did you put that? Oh, that's right.
But that's because you're colorblind. Incidentally, whose father is colorblind?
What does that have to do with anything?
A genetic thing, perhaps? We're discussing many of them today.
I'm pretty sure everybody is not thinking that I'm colorblind looking at this. Maybe this.
You know what? When you're ready to deal with it, you'll deal with it.
Okay. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us on our podcast, guys. We love you so much.
We will be live on Facebook here in a little while.
Session today. Sorry we didn't have any valuable advice to give you.
No.
But
no, I think we do have some valuable advice.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead. I do think that a lot of this whole quarantine thing, look at me trying to use my words. I'm going to try to think fast because I usually talk very slowly when I'm trying to say something that I intentionally mean. But this whole quarantine thing, right, has been interesting. Lots of silver linings, lots of, new experiences, if you will, or revelations, things of this nature. And I do think that regardless of how painful your life is with me, that you've put up with me for 16 years, and there's something to that.
Yeah. You're lucky I love you.
I know.
Yeah.
So there's a silver lining to it.
That is, yeah.
And I'm very sorry.
Silver lining for you. Anyway, guys.
You get the point.
Yeah. We love you so much. We're so happy that you joined us. We're going to continue to drink until our live on Facebook in 30 minutes.
I might chug a whole beer before then.
And so we'll probably be a little tipsy tonight, but
who would be surprised by that?
Probably nobody. Okay, we love you guys.
We love you. We'll see you on Facebook in a little while.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean,
yep. And have a beautiful day.
Do that.
In the neighborhood.
Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye guys.